Coming up on the East End.
People may argue your lobster roll, they can't argue the view.
Relax and recharge at a lavish Montauk resort where the ocean is your backyard. Plus,
That was a woodpecker.
Be one with nature, where you can encounter wild turkeys, ducks, and even feed birds straight out of your hands.
Sometimes I do walk through and, talk to the pieces. It's a little weird, but...
from dinosaurs to dragons to James Dean, we take you inside an East End roadside attraction that is truly turning heads.
From lavish Hamptons hotspots
To local North Fork hidden gems.
come with us as we explore the people and the places that make up Long Island's East End.
Welcome to the East End. I'm Erin Colton.
And I'm Joe Arena.
We are at Gurney's Montauk, an iconic seaside resort that's been an East End staple since the 1920s. We've got lots to see and do here.
That's right, and while you're doing it all with us, don't forget to play in our East End trivia game. You'll see questions pop up during the show. Scan the QR code and submit your answers at the end of the program for a chance to win some East End swag.
But first, how'd you like to wake up just feet away from the Atlantic Ocean?
Yeah, Gurney sits on a 2,000-foot-long private beach that's, of course, busy in the summertime.
But it really is a year-round resort, especially if you're looking for a great winter escape. And as I found out, you never have to leave the grounds.
Spread across 20 acres of land with a 2,000-foot private beach, Gurney's in Montauk has been thriving on Long Island's East End for nearly 100 years. But aged, it is not. It's looking better than ever. After numerous recent renovations, it continues to be one of the most exclusive hotels and spas in the tri-state area. And mainly for one reason, the spectacular view.
One of the best parts about Gurney's is the fact that it's right on the ocean. So you get to do so many things looking out towards the ocean.
Some say the star of their resort is the Seawater Spa, a 30,000 square foot wellness destination that just got a $20 million makeover 2 years ago.
I think the thermal circuit and the use of thalassotherapy and the healing powers of the sea really were the guiding forces behind designing this space.
There's really no other place to get this type of treatment.
It's one of a kind. It's an escape.
All right, so this is one of the couples rooms you have.
Yes, what we have set up here is called a romance retreat. So in this romance retreat, we have fresh rose petals, chocolate-covered strawberries, we have Prosecco after your massage, and these suites are actually indoor-outdoor.
And whether it's a massage, aromatherapy, steam rooms, saunas, or a salt room, there is no shortage of ways to help you relax, including their new Roman-style bathhouse with a direct view of the ocean.
This pool area is amazing.
It's the only ocean-fed pool in North America. You have to go to France to get a seawater pool. So we just opened up our fitness classes to the neighborhood. So get ready for this. For $35, valet, bottled water, equipment, and a plethora of offerings. The modalities are endless. We do sound healing, Tai Chi, boot camp, Pilates, yoga, you name it, we're doing it.
When you're nice and relaxed, you can head into the main dining area for great locally sourced food and drinks.
Right now we are in Scarpetta Beach. This is our premier restaurant. Italian, homemade pasta, homemade sauce. Everything's done in-house, the breads, everything. It's local seafood. We used to use Tilly's, a separate restaurant, more American cuisine. Anything from a smash burger to a chicken sandwich to a lobster roll, amazing salads. We try and use a lot of local ingredients from local farms and keep everything fresh and sustainable.
People may argue your lobster roll, they can't argue the view.
They cannot.
It's amazing.
It's spectacular. The views just can't be, you can't buy this.
Okay, so we're entering the Regent.
Correct, we are currently in the Regent. This is actually my favorite spot on property.
The Regent Lounge is a perfect spot for cocktails and parties, playing a game of pool, or just simply relaxing.
It's a great place to sit down, have a drink, a cup of coffee, do some work if you have to catch up on the office stuff.
Outdoor ambiance. That's what people love, whether it is wintertime or summertime.
Correct.
And this has it.
The energy is spectacular.
And at Gurney's, you can enjoy being outside no matter the season.
Okay, I've never gotten a tour of an igloo before. I'm excited. This is gorgeous.
They're gorgeous, they're warm, they're as popular as ever. People love them, so it's just another opportunity to give something for people to do during the off season.
There's nearly 150 rooms on the property, including secluded 2 to 3 bedroom cottages.
So this is just an amazing experience. There's not many places on Long Island that you could be this close to the beach. We're probably 50 yards from the ocean. Just to be able to open the window and hear the waves crash, to me, it's amazing.
An old Montauk staple continues to transform, making this East End attraction a luxury getaway any time of the year.
It's an escape on the East End, so as soon as you pull through that driveway, you're in a whole new world.
Wow, what a great inside look at this place, and so much different from what it was when I came here like 20 years ago.
I came here as a kid. It's all new, so great. Another great nighttime activity is, of course, sitting out here by the fire pits.
Yeah, and they keep these open in the summer.
They do, all year round. A great place to come out, enjoy a cocktail, and of course the view. It doesn't get more relaxing than this.
But I might have found a close second if you love a good outdoor adventure and wildlife. So let's take a trip inland now to the Elizabeth A. Morton Wildlife Refuge off Noyak Road, just outside of Sag Harbor. Here you can hang with songbirds, white-tailed deer, and wild turkeys.
It's a big one.
It's about as up close and personal as you can get with wildlife. Here at the Elizabeth A. Morton National Wildlife Refuge on Noyak and Little Peconic Bays, hundreds of species of birds, mammals, and plants can be found all year round.
This woman, Elizabeth Morton, was kind of a local Hamptonite. She had her primary residence in Southampton, and then she would kind of come here and also had a little cottage on the beach out here.
And the nature enthusiast worked with refuge staff to preserve these 187 acres of land and eventually donate the property. And it became the first refuge in the country named after a woman.
It's impressive. So there are those little birds again.
Oh yeah, the chickadees.
Trying to get one to land on our hand. What's the noise again?
Oh, that pish.
And as I found out, it doesn't take long for a close encounter here at the refuge. A fairly common encounter with a chickadee, but just moments later,
That was a woodpecker.
I had a woodpecker eating out of my hand, something I'm told is much more rare. And to walk along one of their trails eventually takes you to a beautiful peninsula here on the water.
We're out at the beach now. This,
Right.
I would imagine, is probably the sweet spot of the refuge.
It's a great beach. It's low intensity, you know, it's not going to have that high wave action like you'd see on the South Shore, but also like a smooth, sandy pebble beach.
Yeah.
Lots of beachcombing opportunities, so lots
That's
of different things getting washed up, especially after storms, so you never know what you'll find.
And after a rainy day, it's a lot easier to find animal tracks like these from a raccoon and a wild turkey. And sure enough, on our way off the beach, we ran into some wildlife.
I love it. They're just taking a stroll.
And while these three turkeys weren't looking for any trouble, just along another path here at the refuge Anne-Marie took us down is one of a very few freshwater ponds on Long Island. And on this day, occupied by some ducks not acting on their best behavior.
Oh, we might have a little territorial battle. Uh-oh.
Are they getting aggressive right now?
Yeah.
Oh, this is aggressive.
Yeah, they're chasing this guy out. The one that just flew in, they're kind of chasing him.
I thought birds of a feather.
Yeah, not so much.
And even Anne-Marie admits a refuge like this one with all kinds of wildlife, including so many birds, can add a little bit of a haunting effect to your day outdoors.
Wow, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Sometimes I come out here, I feel like I'm in an Alfred Hitchcock movie. Yeah, it really is a special place. But Long Islanders are really blessed.
And after a day of hiking around the refuge, there's nothing like a good picnic. That is, of course, if the weather's holding up. It's kind of doing that right now here on Main Street in Sag Harbor. And one of the places me and my family love to drop in on is a place called Cromer's Market. It's just up the road, right outside of town here on Noyak Road. And this is why. They make some delicious fried chicken. People have written about this fried chicken. They also have ribs. It's great. They've been doing it for 35 years. And there's nothing like a great little meal. With a beautiful view. And Aaron, our adventures are just getting started. Still ahead.
Gyros, souvlaki's, and then we expanded the menu because we're in the middle of best seafood you can get in New York, and it comes fresh right from down the road.
Get a taste of Greece without leaving the tri-state when the East End returns.
If you are a foodie, Long Island's East End is the perfect destination for you. You can sample dishes from all over the world without leaving the North or South Fork.
Yeah, like here at Pucaberry Cafe in Montauk, this place is so cool. It's like an art museum in here.
It has classic Filipino dishes like crispy pork belly and beef tapa. The owner is a Filipino-born chef. She created all of this.
Yeah, and if it's Greek food you're in the mood for, you can't miss the Hellenic snack bar and restaurant. It's a great place that all started with a simple glass of lemonade.
We have a big restaurant, it's 250 seats.
But the Hellenic snack bar and restaurant didn't always have this much going on. In fact, it wasn't even a restaurant when it all started in 1976 after George Gianaris' father, John, and a family relative bought the property known as Brown's Cabins here in East Marion. John's cousin Gus focused on the upkeep of the property while John built a snack bar on the property. A snack bar that got its start with only one item.
My father had come up with a lemonade recipe in '76, and that's where it all started.
Just lemonade.
Just lemonade. And back in that day, we didn't have air conditioning, so lemonade was really a priority for a lot of us. And I'll gladly give you the recipe. It's ice, water, lemon, sugar.
That's it?
That's it.
And those proportions turned out to be the right ones.
We kept growing and growing and gaining popularity.
And while those 4 ingredients that made them so popular are still a staple here at the snack bar and restaurant, today there's so much more. In the early 80s, George's father began to introduce Greek food to the menu.
Gyros, souvlaki's, and then we expanded the menu because we're in the middle of the best seafood you can get in New York, and it comes fresh right from down the road. So we have whole fish, and then we have classic Greek dishes.
Like their moussaka, seafood dishes, comfort breakfast food, and much more.
Give me 1 open chicken, 1 open gyro to go.
And while the menu has expanded, so has the space throughout the years, and that includes an extra kitchen.
So was this kitchen here when I used to come as a teenager back in the 90s?
Yes.
It was?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
But something that wasn't here when I was a kid is their gelato bar, which they added in 2017.
The gelato that we make here is 100% from scratch. We're using milk, eggs, cream, sugar. A lot of places use like a powder base, but we don't. And I'm very, very proud of it. You want to try it?
Absolutely.
A sweet addition to this East End landmark and a popular one all year round.
So many homes on Long Island's East End are just incredible. Perfect for a week or a weekend getaway, including this home on Daniels Lane in Sagaponack. And joining me for a tour today of this gorgeous house is Dana Trotter with the agency. Dana, thanks so much for having us.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Let's give you the tour.
Let's go.
On the market for $12 million, the house is on more than an acre of land, surrounded by East End farm fields.
So this is a super comfortable, laid-back, ultimate farm chic compound. Like, this is not trying to be the typical Hamptons house.
That's what I like about this house, though. It almost looks like a rustic cabin you get when you go skiing. And it's also a historic house.
Dates back to 1896. It's old world charm meets modern conveniences.
This kitchen is amazing, just because if you're a cook, you're gonna love it.
This is a chef's kitchen.
Yeah.
Double oven, the pot filler. So this is the ultimate cook's kitchen. So Erin, let me show you the great room here. So this is very much mid-century meets, farmhouse. We've got the big banquet table for dinner parties. We've got the den area for watching TV and getting cozy, and this gorgeous Danish fireplace. I just love the space and the volume in this room.
I mean, this area right here is one of my favorite spots that I've seen so far, just because of the fireplace and how cool it looks.
Yeah.
All right, let's head upstairs. All right, I think I found my favorite room.
Welcome to the owner's suite.
I love how the owner also has pops of color in all the rooms.
Fantastic bathroom, totally luxurious with double sinks, nice big shower. This soaking tub and the view out to the backyard is just perfect.
Because this bathroom really shows where you can have a touch of luxury with it feeling like, a regular lived-in home.
Yeah. So welcome to the pool house. This is not your typical pool house because he has it set up as a gym, but
well,
clearly
you can use
could
it
be
when
used any way you like. Both these sliding doors disappear into the wall. So again, this is a space that's very open in the summer, and it's right off the heated gunite pool and jacuzzi.
To see more from this home and explore other East End gems, just scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen.
Well, as you probably figured out by now, the East End isn't just farms and vineyards. There's a lot more going on out here. How would you like to sip on some hard cider? Made fresh with New York apples. We teamed up with Discover Long Island to get an inside look at the Riverhead Cider House.
Taste your way through the naturally harvested apple ciders, grab a bite to eat from the cafe, and enjoy live music or a family-friendly game night here at the Riverhead Cider House. This 8,000 square foot facility with 2 floor-to-ceiling fireplaces houses a tasting room, retail space, and a cafe, all adorned in a rustic charm decor.
So we opened up in early 2018 with the goal of creating a family-friendly destination on the North Fork of Long Island, with a real focus on New York produced cider as well as staying local. Local is one of the biggest things to us, and you'll see that not only with our local produced cider, but in our tasting room behind the bar we have all New York local beers and wines. In the cafe we have locally sourced foods.
Stay warm inside one of the igloos where you can have up to 6 guests and each person gets a free tasting plate.
So we currently have 24 different ciders on tap. All together, we're probably producing close to 18, 19 different ciders in a year.
Private parties and events can be held in the Barrel Room and the Apple Shack Tasting Room. Don't miss out on the live music all weekend long, and there's trivia and bingo on Thursday nights. Whether you're a cider connoisseur, food lover, or just seeking a place to unwind, the Riverhead Cider House makes everyone feel at home. For Discover Long Island, I'm Brianna McEnroe.
Thanks, Brianna. Still ahead on the East End.
Everybody that walks in feels really happy. Their eyes get wide. They're just in awe.
Pirates, ponies, even the Fab Four, the East End statue shop that's transformed into a local landmark.
Welcome back. If you've traveled out to Long Island's East End, you've probably passed this place and said, what the heck?
Been saying that my whole life. From lobster statues to lions to even dragons, behind the fence gallery here in Riverhead has life-size statues and a whole lot more.
They've recently moved locations, but one thing's for sure, they've been turning heads for decades.
Everybody that walks in feels really happy. Their eyes get wide. They're just in awe of everything that we have to look at. My name is Allison Jenrich, and I'm the owner of Behind the Fence Gallery. This is a life-size statuary business. We specialize in fiberglass and bronze statues. We do custom pieces for businesses, schools, mascots, and we have hundreds and hundreds of different items in the collection. I was the director at the Southampton store for 7 years, and when the owners decided to close its doors, I felt I could start my own business doing what I love. I got funding through the SBA and was able to open up my own gallery in my hometown where I grew up, which is like an unbelievable thing. We needed a large showroom to display everything that we have. This spot just hit the nail on the head. It was perfect. We have everything from large food items, farm animals, superheroes, pop art. Sometimes I do walk through and, talk to the pieces. It's a little weird, but the smallest piece we have is probably a tiny garden turtle. We have life-size dinosaurs on the property. We have locally made items. We have vintage records and gift items. There's so much. We're right on the river. We're hoping to do, in the warmer weather, like a walkthrough with the dinosaurs and the statues. There could be trends. Something becomes popular for no rhyme or reason. All of a sudden, everybody wants a giraffe. We don't know why, but we just can't keep enough in stock. We do a lot of rentals, from holiday parties. Christmas parties are really big, birthday parties. Kids love a dinosaur theme or a pirate theme or Superman. And then we do baby showers, themed baby showers, and we've done weddings. So there's really such a broad, anything that your event entails, we probably have something that could add to it and make it more lively. They're extremely durable because they're made of fiberglass. They're lightweight and easy to maneuver. We do work with local artists and do custom paint as well. They can bring to life whatever you're thinking you want. We love when people come in and browse. It's fun. People do like to come and take pictures and post them. It's an overwhelmingly joyous, accomplished feeling to have people like walk in, feel happy, enjoy it, leave with something that they love. It really is great.
I just think that one of them is going to jump out at me.
It feels like that.
It does feel like that.
Also a great place to come if you have no friends. You can just walk around in here and instant people to hang out with. It's great. All right, time now to check your answers on our East End Trivia game. If you've been playing along, scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. It'll take you to our website where you can submit your answers for the chance to win some East End swag.
You'll also find more information on our website about all of the places that we've explored in this episode.
And while you're there, let us know about your favorite places to visit on the East End, from the lavish to the local.
Because it just may be our next adventure. See you next time.